I went out and found 8 super tall people ranging from 6'3" all the way to 6'8" to come and blind test over 50 chairs. We did not tell them the brands or the price of these chairs to remove as much bias as possible.
I really hope that there's like a price aspect of this video so I find out how much they're priced, and that'll change my rating.
That's what we're not saying
significantly.
Yeah, I went all out for this video. I learned how to measure like a tailor. I learned how to measure their shoulder width, their back width, their arm length, their torso, their femur, their leg length, so that you all know who best to relate to in this video. I also created a spreadsheet cheat sheet. Well, that's a funny sounding word. In the cheat sheet, you're gonna get their thoughts on all 50 chairs, whereas in the video, you're only gonna get a summary of their top chair picks. Otherwise, the video would be like 40 hours long. All of this is going to save you all so much time and energy in your chair hunt, but it cost us quite a bit to make. So in this free version, you're gonna get a video summary of one of the tall testers, as well as all of his measurements, and then you're gonna get a limited version of that spreadsheet cheat sheet. In the premium version, which is linked below, you're gonna get the video summary of all the participants and their top chair picks, but you'll also get full access to the entire spreadsheet cheat sheet. In there, you'll find all of their body measurements, you'll find all their thoughts on all 50 plus chairs in case there's a specific chair that you were looking at, and we also included trends and patterns that we noticed. Things such as how important was a headrest, or how important did a headrest become to some of the testers? Is there a favorite budget chair? Is there a difference between the gaming embody versus the non-gaming embody? Could they tell without me saying anything? Questions such as that. We created 3 different groups of chairs broken down by price, but again, the participants did not know the price, the breakdown, or the brands of any of these chairs. Links to everything will be in the description below, and I'll be looking at the comments to answer any questions or concerns you all might have. Let's get honest.
Hello everyone, my name is Dimitri. I am 6'7", 228 pounds. I do not have any back or seating issues. Usually when I work and I'm in the office setting, I usually sit a little bit lounged back. Sometimes upon a conversation, I'll cross my leg as I'm talking to the client, and usually I'll rest my hand on either left or right armrest as I'm having a conversation. My preferred chair would have to be mesh. I don't really like the captain style chairs with fixed arms, just does not work for me. I like full adjustment. So I really like to have the arms go up and down and also telescope as well as widthwise. And I like to feel like I'm enclosed in the chair and I'm not sliding forward because of my height. Based on all of these chairs selected today, I picked these 2, with my number 1 pick being right here. First and foremost, if you look at them head on, you can see the width of this chair. You get maybe like another inch or an inch and a half, which is imperative for some of the bigger guys. I will say these are my favorite features, where they go back and forth as well as in and out. And I'll explain why. When you're sitting in an office setting, most of the time desks are either parallel or they kind of do the little curve action. So when your monitors are this way and you're servicing a client here, you can almost put this back and down to get it out of the way, and then after you're done with your work on the computer, you can get it back to its original setting. Really like that about the chair, and also the neck support is a little bit higher than the competitive chair on this side, which really hugs my neck and makes for a comfortable lounge. And for my second pick, they were really close, guys. Like, when I mean close, I mean close. The only thing that I really think stands out in this chair is the lumbar support. For some reason, this feels a little bit more supportive, and you can almost see it through the mesh. That's, I would say, a little bit more superb than its grape partner on the left. However, you can see the width issue right away. Furthermore, these do not go in and out, whereas this chair they do. Big difference. But they do go forward and backwards. I will say though, for heavier set gentlemen or even ladies, this is a little bit skinny. And I feel as if the neck support was a little bit more superb on this chair, but both very, very, very close.
This video took a huge amount of effort, so I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about the video down below. And don't forget, there is a paid version of this where you get this ×8. And if you don't want to get the paid version, you can support the channel by buying us a coffee. That also really helps a lot, and I appreciate it.
All right, top 3 picks are as follows. At number 1 comes this superb looking chair. It's nice enough to have in a home office, while you can also game with it, in my opinion. I really like the springs, okay, but there's some things that are not perfect. The bottom seat portion just needs to come out a little bit more. This is fully extended and it still feels as if I'm kind of being pushed out of the chair, even though it's a mesh material and almost a bucket seat. The flex is perfect. These are magnificent and they really hug you in, as you can see. And then the back is just wonderful. I mean, if you have like a newer home or you're a more minimal style, I feel like this is a great aesthetic chair. The neck support was decent. It could be just a little bit taller. However, I really, really like this chair. Moving on to number 2. So a new feature that I didn't know of and I actually had to ask a question about. It turns out that you can almost put your hand like this and you can text if you're too lazy to hold up your arms. So that's pretty crazy that that's even a feature. Secondly, the magnetic is a game changer. This is so sick. I was like, when I first saw this, I'm like, okay, I mean, this is wonderful because with a fixed position chair, right, if it's driving on a rail, it can only go up to a certain point. Whereas this, you can really customize exactly where you want it to go. Game changer. The color is not my first choice. It is real ugly, but I'm sure it comes in different colors. It also gives race car vibe. I do like cars, so it definitely gives a sports car. You could have a little harness here if you want to tie yourself in to the office to really grind out some work. Furthermore, the up and down and the tilt is magnificent. This also comes in and out, which is very, very comfortable. So you can adjust the lumbar. The only downfall between this chair, which is why it's number 2, it is a little bit stiff, so the cushion isn't as soft. And it's just, in my opinion, a strict gaming chair, right? I mean, you're not gonna put this in an office setting. It just does not fit. But a solid chair. Finally, my spidey senses are tingling, okay? When I saw this chair, I was like, it's giving Spider-Man. Surprisingly, even though it has no neck support, okay, it is very comfortable. Very comfortable. I mean, I can't believe it. However, there's a few drawbacks, okay, which is why it's number 3. These little corners are right below the shoulder blade, so they kind of dig in. However, the hug on this chair and the flex is pretty superb. I mean, I was not expecting it because it's very similar in class to all the other smaller chairs that I never fit on. And these also twist and swivel, and the bottom cushion is very soft. This one just looks cool and it's comfortable. Next 3, with my number 1 choice being right here. I think that this might be the perfect chair. The bottom cushion is so comfortable and it's far out enough, almost to my knee, which really gives you the sensation of being in the chair and not being pushed forward. The neck, as well as the curvature, is ideal for somebody of my height, as well as how wide the back portion of the chair is. You're kind of sinking in. I really like this material. I've also preferred this material over the leather when it comes to these types of chairs because I feel like it really conforms to your body. In terms of the flexibility, obviously in and out, and then they do go up and down. You have to pull the little tab, okay? And then it goes up and down this way, which is kind of cumbersome and annoying. It would have been significantly easier if there was just a button, but this is pretty close to the perfect chair. At number 2 is right here. You get the up and down and you get the in and out. So if you're a skinnier guy or if you're a wider guy, you have that flex. There's also a weird carpet mechanism with this one that I found out, whereas if you like pull this and you kind of twist it in, it almost like rolls itself in and out to give you about another inch or 2, which I found interesting. As you can see, the flex is great. I mean, it really hugs your body, and I really like the back of this. I mean, this looks really futuristic. This is a very, very cool looking chair. And thirdly, and unexpectedly, the biggest selling point for this is the size of it, right? As you can see, obviously, it's a pretty tall chair. And in comparison to the other 2, the plastic portion of it, or the frame, comes up pretty significantly high. Now, you actually do feel sunken in the chair, and you really have great lumbar support, but the adjustment is just like not there. It's just not there. These don't move. I mean, that's gonna hit my desk, and it's gonna get me angry every day. And the color's just pretty bad, but I'm probably sure it comes in different colors. If you're looking for a simple chair, I feel like this is a great option for you because it's very comfortable. It will still support your neck as a taller fellow, but you just don't really have the adjustment. But again, if some of those chairs are overbearing, I feel like this is a great choice. Top 2 of the bunch for me are as follows. This was really close, guys. I mean, this was like close, okay? At number 1 is this guy right here. And that goes down to the back aesthetics of the chair. I mean, look at that chair. That is a pretty good looking chair, all right? Now, in my opinion, comfort-wise, this might take the cake. This chair is very comfortable. I feel as if it suits my body a little bit better. The neck portion, as you can see, is a little bit higher, but the chair looks kind of mid in front of this chair right here. I mean, this is an aesthetically pleasing chair, still very comfortable. I think that this is better for an office setting. A little bit more comfortable, but all in all, this takes the cake.